I saw a great presentation recently by our colleague over at the University of Wisconsin. And while I hate to take things from the Badgers as a gopher, I really liked this presentation. It talked about different approaches to economic development. Because I think that a lot of times it's that myth that it's just about getting the next big company to come to town, but there really are different approaches, and you should really be looking at it to like what best fits our community, right? Like communities have personalities, so what fits the personality of your community? I really like this because it shows the 4 different approaches to economic development. And so the first one is the one we think of traditionally. It's industrial recruitment, right? And that's that attracting a big new company to town. And the focus there is really about getting jobs, right? And while this is a great kind of bedrock of economic development and it's a good strategy, and there are communities that do it very well, it really isn't a strategy that's going to work at every place. So as time has evolved, we've come up with these other strategies to economic development. So a second strategy around economic development is this idea of growing your own. So it came out of literature that showed that anywhere from 40 to 80% of new jobs in a community are generated from existing businesses. So while it's great to get that new business to come to town, this strategy is really about growing your own, and not only those existing businesses, but helping entrepreneurs to kind of grow and expand in your community as well, creating a culture where that is expected, and we support each other as business owners. That can be a very valuable approach to economic development as well. And so you see a lot of times business visits are a crucial part of this, really understanding what are the needs of the businesses in your community and coming together to try to address some of those issues. Revolving loan funds also became part of this package, having some local dollars that you can lend out to businesses for their particular needs is a great part of this grow your own strategy. And as that kind of evolved and people were like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to do business visits, this third approach kind of came out and developed out of that. And that's really about cooperation and partnership. And so cooperation and partnership under this strategy, it's a lot of grow your own, but it kind of makes it a little more focused and a little more strategic. So it's still job creation is part of the goal, but it's really more about fostering a business environment for development and growth. And so if you think about things like if you're a very healthcare oriented community, you might get together people who are partners in that industry in your community to really help work together. So for example, you might get the high school to have a career pathway around healthcare. You might have a community and technical college that's going to offer some training in that. The Chamber of Commerce might start a healthcare committee that's really focused on that. So it kind of comes out of this notion of industry clusters, that there's synergies that come together in communities. And if we can put those synergies together, we can help create a climate that then leads to growth in our businesses. But it's a little more targeted than the grow your own approach. And then a fourth approach that has become more and more kind of used in economic development lately is this idea around residential recruitment. And so this takes the focus really off of jobs and really more on, are we creating communities where people want to live and work? So we know that, and a lot of times that jobs follow people. So if we are able to grow our communities, jobs will come with that. And the pandemic showed us that people can work from anywhere. And so this is starting to become maybe a little more crucial as we move forward as well. And so again, this is about kind of quality of life things. So you might be talking less about how do we attract a new business and more about, do we have amenities that people really want in our community? Are we welcoming? Do we have bike trails? Do we have things that are going to attract people in? And so that is kind of a new strategy in economic development. I present to you that these are 4 approaches. Again, it may look very different depending on your community, which one of these is the right fit for you.